of these. All right, cool.
Oh, Sookie's looking now. This is gonna be a hard.
Oh my God, this one's gonna be hard.
A hard one. I mean, I got one or two good ones I know I can put up, and I know Pac would be proud. Only two, one or two.
I mean, it would be easy for me. To be honest with you, if Tupac jumped in my car right now and been like, "Yo, play something," I'll just turn the radio off.
Trust me, I wouldn't even dare. Like, I wouldn't even dare to show him.
No, actually, you know what? I got a good group of. I actually just thought about it. I have a good group of dudes. I actually don't listen to a lot of the radio.
If we had to choose somebody to play, I wouldn't have a specific person, but I would have a specific genre. I would play a lot of like 80s soul.
No, I can play a lot of music right now.
I know he's into that for sure.
The first person. Remember, it's best artist since he died. So he died in the 90s. So you have to work with like 2 decades of like type of music and who you'd say, hey, would be good to go to play post Tupac. That's a hard question in regards to it. Because
this is easy, bro. This is easy.
Okay, go ahead.
And for me, first person I'm playing him is Nipsey. The first person off top, I'm playing Nipsey Hussle. Nipsey Hussle.
Oh,
the
Nipsey.
First person I'm playing.
Yeah. I would say he gets. I would say Nipsey or even J. Cole, because J. Cole's real.
You hit the third person I was gonna pick. The second person I'm gonna play some Kendrick.
Yeah.
Don't vibe this. He gonna understand the weirdness and the soliloquy of Kendrick. He gonna get it. I'm gonna play some Kendrick. And then the third, and then probably the fourth person I'm gonna play Big Crip. Because as much as that dude is out there and he's actually like an actual hood dude, he speaks so eloquently and actually can tell a story about like the way and the stuff he's been through. Like, bro, there's some artists you can easily play for Pac and he'll get it because the stories ain't lost.
Yeah.
That's easy,
I would say those ones too, because I know he would actually be appreciative of hearing like their tracks and like feel like there's some type of hope in hip hop, like in the hip hop industry. Because right now it's kind of you know.
Bro, I think Pac would get along with 2 Chainz.
Yeah, I think he'll get along with him, but not music wise.
No. Because you got to remember, Pac came up in Digital Underground. Pac wasn't the hard rhetorical person that you see right now. Pac loved that type of music.
Yeah, he also liked the quirky. Music. He also liked the quirky type.
He'd love, yo, bro. Pac would love 2 Chainz. He'd love, bro. You know how good Kanye West and Pac would have get along?
Tupac was Madonna at one point. He's down.
Yo, bro. Can you imagine the connection between Tupac and Kanye West?
Oh, like, that would be ridiculous. If he was still alive now, I guarantee if he was still alive now, he would have linked up with Kanye, Jay-Z for sure. Jay-Z for sure, though.
Bro, it'd have been lit because at this point in time, it's not competition. He would have already been recognized as one of the greatest MCs of all time. Everybody would have kissed the ring, and it would have just been homage. It's what you're seeing now with Nas. It's what you're seeing now with all of the greats that have survived to reach their threshold. Pac would have been literally like, in fact, it would have probably been more Pac. You would have seen more rappers been at that forefront to spit in the face of society. There's a bunch of them right now, but they just ain't getting their curve, bro.
No, I feel like if Tupac is still alive, people would try to recreate him, like, but not in a sense of like, oh, I'm better than him. Like more like his style would have created a trend. Just like how
just like how you got a million little Waynes right now, you'd have a million.
Not even Lil Wayne's. That era is kind of past. Now it's like the Migos era, where like people are trying to rap.
What I'm saying is the same. But what I'm saying is the same thing. Is what I'm saying. It's just like how you had the Lil Wayne era, where Lil Wayne made it cool to actually put dreads in your head, face tattoos, all of the other shit, like all of this, drink lean, all of this literally Wayne related.
The rock star type of look.
Yeah, everything that's happening in hip hop right now is Wayne related. Everything. He is one of the biggest influencers in our culture because of that. He is often the most imitated rapper in history. But I think if Pac didn't die, he probably would have been. Because niggas are still imitate Pac now. You still got niggas tattooing Thug Life on their chest.
Yeah.
Like his influence never died. So there's bruh, I'd be playing this man some serious music right now. What are you saying, Rohan?
I don't know. I'm beside, because it's just like, I agree that it would influence music a little bit more, but there's a lot of people like, DMX was around for a while, and mind you, he had his own demons, but like he was still available to the industry, and like his influence wasn't as strong. So it's kind of a tough, tough thing, right?
I think DMX falls into more of a father figure role for a lot of MCs rather than a dominant competition role.
Yeah, but wouldn't you say the same about Pac? Because like you're time capsuling.
Because Pac treated everybody like competition. What I mean by this is Pac is like the before Eminem. Even though he's on a record with you, he's trying to compete with you at all times. X is not trying to do that. X is trying to spit his message out and then chill. He wants the record to be hot. He doesn't care about competition. Pac cared about competition.
Yeah,
Pac
I guess
really wanted to be the best guy on the track. I bodied you on your own song, like Renegade over and over and over again. Like that's how Pac felt. So the elevation of rap would be higher because he wouldn't have allowed it to be. He wouldn't have jumped on Wax song.
Yeah.
Like you imagine here, like Pac, the Locks, like you know what I mean? Like hearing him with Papoose, like there's so many MCs that would be like amazing with Pac right now, bro. Y'all just don't have that in your back. Joyner Lucas, bro. Pac and Joyner Lucas? Are you crazy?
I know it sounds.
And I'm not even talking about like 80s. I'm not even talking about 2000. I'm talking about guys coming up right now. You just haven't thought about them.
Even though a lot of people might disagree with me, but just knowing Tupac's quirky ways, I feel like he would like Logic too.
Bro, he probably would.
He would.
Yeah, probably.
Because Logic can spit. It's not Logic's not a whack guy.
He's not.
Logic. Yeah, so that's my point. Pac respects dudes who can spit.
I would say he's in the same group, not because he's biracial, but not because he's white or anything. But he kind of
take that out of. No, bro. Take that out of the.
No, not that.
You're either whack or you're good.
No, I don't mean that. I mean like he reminds me like of like what's his name again? Mac Miller. Like I feel like even he would have talked to Mac Miller too. Maybe.
That's another person I think Pac would have loved to make music with
for
right
sure.
There. Mac was a dope dude. And you know what I also think? As crazy as this might think, I thought Pac would have loved to make music with Triple X, Xtentacion. Because that would have been nuts.
Maybe, yeah,
their
probably.
Energy together,
like
their energy together would have been crazy.
No, because like literally people think. No, like literally people think just because Tupac is a legend. Yeah. No, like I think just because people think Tupac is a legend and this, that, and the third, they think he wouldn't actually give these people a chance or actually speak to them or make music with them. I 1000% believe he would have if he was still alive.
Pac said it the best. He says the future of rap is the next generation. That's why we started Death Row. So you don't have to have the guy in the background with the shiny suit jumping in the videos. Come to Death Row and we will make you a star. That's why he had the Young Gun. That's why he had so many, the outlaw. There's so many guys that were under Pac. Like when he died, their careers died.
People like, I'll be honest.
He had a lot of young guys. Like he didn't have older big homies under his label. He had a lot of young guys, bro.
I'll be honest.
Up the next generation.
I'll be honest. Like people like Biggie, though, I can tell would be a little judgmental. Like you can just tell by their. You could just tell by their personality and their interests, because Tupac was interested in different things. He was very versatile. He was very he was different. He was into quirky things, different type of things. But Biggie was just like straight hip hop. Like if you sounded any type of different, he would be like, what the hell? Like you could just tell by the vibe.
I mean, that's what you're saying is a purist. I think Biggie would have still loved somebody like a J. Cole who is a.
Oh no! But what I'm trying to say is he would definitely speak to those type of people. I'm talking about people like, for example, Logic and like those ones. I guarantee he wouldn't really be too into them, like Tupac would.
No. I think the measurement of Biggie's stick was the same thing like what Sheik Luke and the boys from the Lock said. Is with authenticity. He didn't give a fuck about who you were. So one of my favorite interviews on the planet is when the Locks were talking about meeting Big for the first time and how he went at them on record because they were talking about how they were whipping in G5s and Willies and, you know, like walking around with big jewelries, and they didn't have none of that. And once he saw them, he called them out on it in the same record the first day he met them. He was a purist. He just didn't believe if you were a gangster, spit like a gangster. If you were a white boy, spit like a white boy. That's how Biggie, like from my understanding, that's how Biggie was. Biggie was a straight up purist about hip hop. He just really cared about you being the best you could.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like Biggie was a little more different. Like he was more into people who were like actually like hood or into hip hop, like real hip hop. But I noticed people who are like more different, more quirky. I guarantee you, I
think you're just basing it based off of his personality a little bit more. Like Tupac would probably be more inclined.
Puffy doesn't do any of that, and Puffy didn't. Puffy was literally the shiny suit. I am literally gonna hog the attention of everything in the room, act like a dumbass, and literally Big was cool with it. So I think Big would have been cool with the shit, with the shenanigans.
But I don't think you're getting what I'm saying. Like how can I put it?
No, I do. I understand.
Like Tupac is more quirky and like more versatile. Like he's more into different types of things.
No, but
there's some people that are just.
I think you're just like I think Rohan said it best. I think it's just based off a core image. What I see from both MCs and from what I've heard them both say out of their both mouths is the same thing. They're for the next generation. They just want the next generation to be the best they can. Pop was not with the fuckery when it comes to the business side of it. Biggie was not with the shenanigans and the fuckery when it came to the street side of it. Like he didn't want you to be around him if you were fake.
No, but I guarantee he wouldn't be. I guarantee he wouldn't really be into someone like XXX or just the people that rap now. No, I doubt it.
I think he's a product of his environment. Mind you, both of them came up in an era where hip hop was very niche, right? Like you're talking about like just the basic sampling and, you know, dropping beats and talking about personal experience and stuff like that. Now it's grown into a genre where it's just like you could see, like if someone did a track with a orchestra, you'd be like, yeah, that's hip hop, right? So now that it's a little bit broader,
Ice Cube for starting that.
Right. So now that it's a little bit broader, yeah, I do see Tupac probably be more receptive of people and inviting collaborations and encouraging that kind of stuff. But I'm quite certain if it was given the right opportunity, because Biggie worked off a beat, right? Like you give him a
he didn't
beat
care.
and he'll start rapping on it. And then it'll be like, all right, where'd that come from? And if it was like,
bro, one of my favorite stories about Big is I can't remember the singer, but it's an actual like not R&B but pop singer. He was doing a record for it, and they literally brought him into the studio and just played him the first 30 seconds of the beat. And they're like, yeah, we're gonna do with the song, and he's like, no, I'm ready. And the guy goes, what do you mean? I didn't tell you about the record. He's like, no, I'm ready. Just load the booth, look. And he's like, the song got made off of what Biggie just did. Because they had a whole different thing, but it didn't fit the song. Like he literally just works off a beat. He doesn't care who's on the record.
Yeah. So yeah, like Biggie just wants to create music and get paid in a sense, right? So he would have worked with anybody that was probably put in front of him to a certain extent. There's probably a short list of people that he wouldn't work on it. And like even when you heard them beefing about the whole East Coast, West Coast type thing, there's been numerous times where both of them have said, like, this is stupid. Like, we have nothing to do with this. This is something that's being
all media.
Exactly, brought up by big record and all that sort of stuff. He's just like, I don't have any beef with anybody. Like, you know, if you watch both their documentaries,
actually friends.
Yeah.
Other than you getting shot outside of my studio, we've been friends up to this point.
Right. Like they respected that their genres were a little bit different and their sound was different, but that was it. Everything else was just blown out of proportion to the point where it manifested into them both getting killed for no reason. Right. So it's definitely a reflection of the dark legacy of hip hop. But yeah, if given an opportunity, like there's a good list of a bunch of people that would be a good collaboration for Tupac and probably like would get an opportunity to sit down with it. Because there's a lot of artists influence. Like I could easily see like anyway from like Alicia Keys to like
Oh, so you're going there. So you think Pac would have sounded good with it? You think Pac would like some Alicia?
Yeah. Especially with Alicia on the piano and slowing things down and stuff like that.
I never thought about that.
And like Meek Mills. Imagine Tupac and Meek Mills.
That's true.
That'd be cool.
Knowing his story and knowing what he went through, definitely. Yeah. I fuck with that.
Yeah, like right, or like T.I. What? They only sound the same. So it would be a good track. So there's a lot of people when it comes to today's hip hop.
Can you imagine Pac on What You Know About That? Like that would have sounded hard. Jeezy. Yeah, there's a few people.
Yeah.
Gucci. Jesus Christ. Can you think, Gucci Mane and Pac, that would have been a hard ass record.
You know what'd be dope?
That would have been the hardest record ever, bro.
You know what'd be dope? Tupac and E40.
Ooh, smackadocious, man.
Right?
You already know.
Right, because you get
on the flight.
Exactly. You would get the creative lyricism of both of them, but the sound would just be such a rate.
I can just hear that hypey ass beat in the background.
Yeah.
Like hear this nigga on Tell Me Where to Go or something like that. Tell me where to go. Sorry. I'm a huge E4.
All
right, ladies and gentlemen, please let us know in the comments. What do you feel? Who would Tupac actually listen to? Would he actually listen to Uzi Vert? Would he be picking up some 2 Chainz? Would he be listening to some T.I.? Or shit, would he throw them all out the car? You let us know in the comments below.